Nai kita hai mati kita beri ata te beri ata palo kita beri ata nyama te kita te ata si kita ata pedi ti ba lai kata ba ita tai sa ita ta ai ata pa ko te ti apa ta ai te ti ata ata si ata ma kita ti ala kata te ya sa ma kita te ata pa dia te ba le ata ka te ata a te ki ya hai a e te pa ki te ata ta nyama kata ka ha e te a e te amala e te amakate e te amata he makata ai ata te ke te pa a si ata mate ata makate e te amakale ata hai a si akata si me akata ata te amakala kate hasaka ata e amata si e te a ke te ata a te amate ha ma ha te ke te palo te ha si ke te pa te si ke te apakata ata ke te ilaka si amaka te ke te ata amayakata ha te pata dia apa ata te mata dia kata mahoi te apa ata ke te pote ata si ke te apakata ke amaka te ata ka ya taka hamaka ate ke ala kaya ta apakata si amaka te amaka ha amaka te ata ala amatuku te tama ate ata Sigapaha, siakata, piatata ti amakata. Thank you, we are here. We bring our joy to join your joy, and especially the joy of our channel. She was concerned that new things in her life would interfere, but as she is experiencing, there's no interference. And we feel her joy. We are happy that you are experiencing joy. The joys of newness, the joys of familiarity with the things that are happening in your world that happen every year at this time. But the freshness of change is both in the leaves changing and the plants growing, in addition to the changes that are evident in the rest of your world. The energies are strong. The changes are subtle but there, and if you are in your quiet, you will recognize them. There is a gathering of love and community that is very subtle but is growing in power. We commend you for your addition to the energies of this gathering of love. We support you in this gathering of love. We, of course, love you, and we wish to support you in any way. Be aware that things are speeding up, that your wishes and dreams can come true instantly. So make sure that you are focusing on your wishes and dreams rather than your trials and tribulations, because you will be manifesting whatever you focus on. We love you so much. We appreciate you so much. We want to nurture your happiness and your joys. We want to increase your abundance of every kind by reminding you to focus on your beautiful lives that you are living and the positive effects you are having on your planet. Be watchful. Changes are coming. Saya lama kata kita seperti dia nyata. Si kita dia tak kena kita angka kita maka. Ike aka kita aklika ayata Iki ata keka pakai akai ayati kayati hayata siala makai te atike ete ha eta teke ati ana apake ete atapakai ha sikiti ki ete siamahati ata apake te ela yamahakete ete ema hema hayalaka ta ete atamaya ta teke si tata eta pakate sikete ala ata sikete amakate eta eta pete ata malake si anabakati tia tia toto tia da pakate te kata ba itia si ete malakatai hai eta venyo eta te ata pakato eta te ala kete ata hia maho kete ete mandeti adia la maka ha ayata ka shika te ayata ka ate ele kata ha sika mahata kate hata makai we will open for questions momentarily, but first we would like to know how each of you are feeling. Shall we start with the furthest away in Earth miles? How are you feeling?
Thank you. I have been feeling a little anxiety before joining due to other events happening in my world, but since connecting in, I feel very grounded, actually.
Because you're able to focus on something that is of a different nature than those things that are happening around you. Breathe deeply when those feelings of anxiety overtake you. Breathe deeply and know that you are safe and that you are perfect and that you are doing exactly as you are meant to do. And allow the anxieties and the earthly happenings to fade away and connect with your soul being that is love, and cover yourself with that love. It will automatically project out and ease the fears and anxieties of all those around you. We are so happy to see you here.
And I too.
Is someone next? Yes.
I'm not. Very frequently now, I feel very challenged and tested. It's as if every time I think, well, that my ego or my capabilities almost like, I think I've reached the limit of what I'm capable of juggling and handling and figuring out. And then I feel that there's just another opportunity presented before me to the level where I'm like, I don't think I can do this anymore. And then I feel like then I need to unravel the situation and find a way to do it and trust that everything will work out fine.
Are you listening to your body when it might be saying no or yes?
Yes, I am. I absolutely am. I'm very attuned to the way my body's feeling, um, the way my mind is reacting to those challenges. Um,
This,
and most importantly, reminding myself, even when it seems like it's an impossible schedule or something, I just have to trust that things will work out. And they do.
don't forget to take a resting time.
I did that last night.
Be generous with yourself
Yep.
in resting and loving your own beingness. Be generous with yourself, because that generosity will project out to others and will spread love. Generosity is another form, a different level, if you will, of love. So be good and kind and generous with yourself.
Wonderful advice. Thank you.
And the next in distance,
I guess that would be me. I feel really good. I've had some changes that have opened up lots of opportunities for me, and I'm following my intuition and guidance. And right now, I'm just waiting to see how everything works out, and I'm optimistic and very excited about the coming events.
it is good that you are embracing changes with an openness and an excitement. You have been given opportunities to explore within yourself, within your magic, within your loving capacity. Stay in that positive place, and miracles and magic happen. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now the closest to our channel.
I have been feeling pretty down. I've been feeling very I don't know, helpless, I guess, or hopeless because I've just been trying to manifest things for so long, and my situation doesn't seem to be improving. But I feel better since I've tuned in with you, and your energy is uplifting and making me feel better.
Thank you for that compliment. One thing to remember about manifesting is that you don't have to try so hard. You trying implies the possibility of failing. And that does not happen unless you believe that it can. So relax, and trust, and patience, and miracles will manifest in your life. And expect, bring them closer to you in time by saying that you're ready for them now, because actually there is nothing but now. But enjoy rather than reacting with frustration and doubt that that things are coming to you. We are sending you so much love and so much trust in you, and we hope that you accept that trust as trust in yourself.
Okay, thank you very much.
But I would say that each and every one of you, including those not present, are beautifully performing your magic and your progression into your own personal perfection. You have embraced your challenges that you gave yourself for the lifetime you are living, and you are progressing nicely through those. But always give yourself a break. Be generous with yourself. Be generous with your own self-love. We love you.
Thank you.
Now there is time for a question or if you. Does anyone have a question?
I have a question. Can you elaborate or provide more information on the sexual activity of humans, and does that open up a portal, because it is a divine act? And I was just curious to see if you could provide any more information about that.
There is the natural act that is both for procreation and for joy, and also for the energies that are produced, or not produced is not the right word, but are gathered, and the energies that are shared, and the energies that are put out into the world. It is not exactly opening a portal, but more a gathering of the energies. Now, if the intention is for deep love and the exchange of this natural act in deep love, of course that raises the vibration of that act, of the energies that are gathered. If it's on the other side of that, if the intention is violence, which sometimes happens in life when someone is forced to participate, then the energies, the vibration of those energies are not of the highest vibration. If and when it is the highest vibrational love, where those participating are without fear, without other expressions other than love and sharing and mutual enjoyment and possibly procreation, that is the highest of vibrations. Portals are open in order to communicate through dimensions. The human act of sex is encased in this on your earthly plane. So the energies that are gathered are what is shared throughout the area, the plane, actually the collective. And so it is wise to have the highest vibrational intention when this is done. But the same kind of gathering of energies happens when there's any kind of deep enjoyment just for the enjoyment. Does this make sense to you?
Very much so. Thank you. You do a great job with Kathleen's vocabulary. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there another question?
I have a question. Recent events worldwide, specifically I'm more aware in the country I live in, the United States. We have inflation, people are more fragile relative to their basic needs of housing, food, clothing, medical care, and we're back on the precipice in Russia and Ukraine about potentially having a nuclear event through the use of weapons. Is this just part of all the change, and is this going to continue this way for a while?
Systems need to collapse in order to make way for a different system. There are many systems on your planet that are not working. You can see that by the events that are prevalent in these days. Hardship, as you might define it, is merely the process of going through the collapse of a system. So remember that everyone has chosen to live in this lifetime. Every soul, which is immortal, of course, has chosen to have this experience, including what appears to be hardship. The thing to be appreciative of are those people who have volunteered in their soul plan to experience this collapse of systems. We do not wish for weapons that affect more than your earth to be deployed. We are monitoring that, and we'll do everything in our power to interrupt that process. You may do what's in your power by having your intention for love. But the collapse of the systems, there are monetary systems, there are social systems, and as you well know, there is an out of balance situation worldwide on your planet. These things need to change. It will take some earth time, and the amount of hardship as you see it is a result of how quickly people can awaken to the ineffectiveness of the current systems. In fact, the cruelty, the hardship that is metered out by these systems. So, patience, keep your attitudes and your expectations of the highest nature, and observe that the systems are changing, but sometimes they have to change in radical ways. And we are at that point as we observe you. Did that answer your question?
Yes, it did. It helped immensely for me to understand what's going on and why. Thank you.
An energy had to be dispelled. Do we have another question?
Can you tell us anything about the United States scientists that launched a rocket into the asteroid 365 million miles away? Can you give us some insight from that on your point of view?
It's like a game of marbles. When one marble is displaced, there are ripples. This was a test to prepare for a perceived threat. And as you well know, if it is time for a destructive natural act, it will happen. For instance, you notice that there are many energies and eruptions from your sun, and those have the same kind of ripple effect and bring changes to your earth plane, as if an asteroid would pass closely by. It has not put anyone in danger. It's a game of marbles, but it rippled around the cosmos, which is the physical world. And picture the souls that are not in physical body, that are displaced and moved around by this game of marbles. Nothing changes. Just moves around in proximity. But it's games are games. So, but the other thing of that too is there will be learning from it. Much learning has happened from that has not even been defined as of yet. But that's we kind of look at it as a little bit of a game. So is that sufficient?
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Do we have one more question?
Ladies? Can you update us or provide information about the use of Ouija boards?
Another game at a smaller scale, infinitely smaller scale. Ouija boards are a tool of communication. It's a very old-fashioned tool. You each can communicate without that particular tool, but you use other tools, pendulums, crystals, cards. They're all a way of making a contact. We would advise that you develop your telepathy so that you don't have to use the tools. And that will be the wave of the future. The Ouija board is kind of a cumbersome way to make the communication. And so there are other things that are easier, probably why it has gone a bit out of style, and probably why it has taken on a bit of a negative opinion. Anything that is not of a high level positive nature will affect any tool that you might use. So if you are wanting to conjure up something that is not as happy as something else, you can do that with any tool that you use. And of course, your belief system and your intention at the time of the use of the tool will have an effect on that. Does that clear it up for you?
That's more than enough. Thank you so much.
Have fun with whatever tool you want, but know that you are able to do this without physical tools.
I prefer the direct method myself.
The energies are strongly affecting our human. So if there is not another question, we will bid you a pleasant evening and loving interactions for the next eons, but especially the next week.
Well, good evening to you, love to you, thank you for coming.